Potentially, it's great minds think alike.
That's right.
So I've heard.
You put this IG live up, and then we're good to go.
We're live on the Facebooks.
All right. What are you giving away for free?
Box of crunchy peanut butter cup bars.
Ooh.
So we're crazy.
I'll put this up here. All right. Boom. All right. Checking connection. All right, guys. Hold on one second. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. And now we're live on Instagram. So I'm going to give just a second. I'm going to give it a second to let everybody find their way here. Find their way back home to us.
Yeah.
So in case you don't realize it, this is actually not Saturday.
No?
We're not on Saturday, no.
Oh.
You may think that it feels like a Saturday.
I thought it was.
You may think that this feels like a normal Readiness Report live, but it's not. This is a very special edition of the Readiness Report. And it's special because it's Memorial Day. And
yeah.
It's also special because we didn't do our normal Saturday show. So we figured, why the hell not?
Yeah, because you were here.
And
you're being a loaf.
Don't slam your knocking everything around. Sorry. No, I had my friend in town, which we're going to talk about. And I went to the beach club, and it was pouring and raining and wind. So I figured, like, probably not the best place or time to do the Readiness Report. I didn't force you to come. So you had the entire weekend off.
I took naps.
What did I do? I hung out with everybody at home.
Yeah, you went
my
to
friends.
Extreme Action Park.
Went to Extreme Action Park yesterday, which was pretty fun. And that's pretty much it. So
did you play in the trampoline place yourself?
No, we dropped them off and then had drinks at the bar. Yeah. So I have to give a shout out to a few people here on Memorial Day. Eduardo and myself, of course, deserve quite a round of applause, I would say. But there are some other people here. Howard is downstairs. Yeah. Howard, my father-in-law, who is printing out labels for you guys who have ordered over the Memorial Day sale, which is going on right now. And then we have
Young Thomas.
Young Thomas is in the warehouse packing packages. I don't know. Are we expecting anybody else?
No, just Young Thomas.
So these guys, Howard is printing, Young Thomas is packing. We're here doing this for you guys, Readiness Report. And we will, once we're done here, we'll take this phone down and put them on the IG story to give them a real shout out. So the Memorial Day deal, in case you don't know, in case you've been living under a rock, is you get basically for $50 you get, I wish we were wearing the shirt, you get the free exclusive Memorial Day shirt, which is super cool. Fits great too, high quality shirt. I wore it yesterday. A lot of compliments on it.
Looks huge.
Yeah. And it makes you look even more anabolic than you already are. Or in your case, it makes you look anabolic.
Yeah.
Helps
you. Period.
Yeah. So it's a great shirt, and it's free with any $50 purchase on the site all day today. Today's the last day for this. And then you can use the code VET25 to save 25% off, additionally off and with the shirt. And then we're not stopping there. We're adding one more thing for today. We're giving away one bar of the crunchy peanut butter cup for every single order that goes through. So in case you haven't watched the Readiness Report before, I'm going to tell you exactly how this thing works. In segment number 1, we don't have many questions in segment number 2. So we're going to go right to the live questions in the very near future. But we start where I talk about what's on the list, what things have transpired in the past week, what we're looking forward to. It's coming up.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have the giveaway potential. So the giveaway, if you're on Facebook over there, all you have to do is hit the share and the like button to be automatically entered to win
a box of crunchy peanut butter cup MRE bars.
Yes. So all you have to do is hit the share and like button. You guys are automatically entered. Now, you guys on Instagram Live, you just hang out. Just hang out. And at the end of this broadcast, we'll do a guessing game. Whoever wins the guessing game gets the free box of the bars. So hang out and chill. You're going to get some bars eventually. You guys on YouTube, you are shit out of luck because there's no way to win on YouTube yet. There's just not enough people watching on YouTube. This is only the second time we've ever done YouTube Live.
We should start doing Aaron Trivia to win.
Aaron Trivia. That would be cool.
Instagram Live. The Aaron
that would be cool. Maybe we will do that in the future.
Everybody knows cool. Sigerman Trivia.
There you go. So, okay. So with that in mind, I'm going to go through the topics of the day before we go to the questions, and then before we finally go and open it up in segment number 3 for your questions live, which is my favorite, as I always say, my favorite segment of the show. So Memorial Day deal we touched on, the American Fitness Expo. So a lot of people here, or a lot of people in general, have asked me about this show.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool that they've done this. I went to the initial American Fitness Expo in Houston. You came with me.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And it was interesting because I've never been to an expo that is strictly
just that
is just based around celebrities, basically fitness celebrities. So at this show this year, they're going to have Daniel and Bailey and Rob Bailey, who's in the booth next to us. I'm excited to see. Of course, Jay Cutler. Right? Yeah. I believe Kai, right?
I don't know if
you're not sure, Kai?
No, I'm not sure.
Who else is all coming? I feel like there's like dozens and dozens of people.
I'm sure Seth Ferosi will be
Mike
there.
Rashid, Seth Ferosi, Michael Hearn.
Yeah.
Who else? I feel like there's tons of people for this year.
It's already,
I don't know. I'll have to check.
That's already a good amount.
I feel like there's tons and tons that are coming to this
between DOB and Seth Ferosi, you'll have crazy lines everywhere.
Yeah. So in the middle of those,
your personality now.
I don't know about all that, but they're so basically manager Matt, who runs the expo, gets all the celebrities, suggested that we come last year. I didn't do it. He suggested that I come this year. He said that it has grown significantly each year. And I said, you know what? Screw it. It's Houston. My mom lives there. And I said, we'll give it a shot.
Well, the first time we went, it was like in a hotel, and now it's like in an actual like big convention center.
Yeah, like a real convention center. Yeah. It's like, so it's the real deal now. So I'm excited to go to it. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people very pumped to see us. Who's organizing all the products? Because that's something you should probably take over. Don't let Luke do that.
Okay.
Because he'll have no idea what to pack, you know?
Yeah.
And we want to do a lot of apparel too.
Yeah.
So make sure you may want to get order from Craig too.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's one of the shows that does tons of apparel.
Okay.
So anyway, we're going to that, and that should be a lot of fun.
We're going to send a pallet
of stuff, one pallet.
Yeah. Of shit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's think about that.
Yeah.
What do you send to the LA Fit Expo? How much do you send?
I think we sent a pallet.
Only one pallet.
I think a pallet, maybe two.
You may want to think of that. I spent on the booth was expensive, so like to make it look nice.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want it to be empty.
Okay.
So you got myself, Eduardo, Eric Hart, right? Eric Hart?
Eric
Hart.
It's just
Luke,
us two, and sold out of 3.
Jeremy Potvin.
Mm-hmm.
And then a whole bunch of operators.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of operators. Yeah. And then before that, here's something cool. I got invited to go to Bigger. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bigger is the movie, the Joe Weider, Ben Weider story. And I actually saw the filming of, I was getting invited to the filming for the 1975 Mr. Olympia when Sergio competed against Arnold. And I was
73
or no.
Wasn't 75 the
pumping 75 was the pumping iron one? No, 72 I think was the one I saw.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was there to watch the actual, of course, Sergio Oliva didn't compete in 75.
No.
I was there to watch it, and so we got an invite to actually go to a private screening of the movie in New York City on Thursday. So myself and Darielle are flying out on Wednesday, going to spend the day Wednesday and Thursday, and then fly from there. She's coming back here, and I'm going to fly from there to Houston, Texas. So I'm pretty excited for this movie. I watched the trailer, like a private little, Dan Solomon had the trailer and showed it to me, and it was really good. Like, did you see it? No, it was really good.
I'm excited.
Like a high budget, big budget, like nice production trailer. I told him, like, you should be proud. He's the executive producer on the movie, so I said, you should be proud of this thing. Like, this is really neat.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the plans for that. We approved a new protein bar. It's right here, actually.
It's not a protein bar.
A new food bar. A new food bar. Oh, Jesus, a lot of them are gone. A lot of them are gone. We got to fucking hide these again. New food bar. New Emery bar. This is the beta test, which we approved. It is the
double fudge
brownie. And man, it is good. So next is the sprinkle donut. Obviously, now you guys probably all know that the crunchy peanut butter cup is out and available on the site right now. And if you want to order something else, you're getting a free bar anyway. A free crunchy peanut butter. So I got all these words, names are all like, it's a lot, right? So we're giving them away right now to try them out. This new bar, though, if you like chocolate and you like brownies, which God, who doesn't like chocolate brownies?
Communists.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah, somebody
really fucking good.
Evil, an evil person, man.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, he probably looks like he loves them. So this is a really good bar. So this is another home run. So Sprinkle Donut is next month. This one will be the following month after, I believe. I may, depending on how the velocity of the orders go, it may take a month off after this one before we introduce another one. Because the one thing that I don't think people think of, and I know even me, sometimes I get ahead of myself, is I'm holding a lot of inventory of bars.
Yeah.
And that basically means that the money is just sitting there with these bars. Yeah. But these bars are so good Brian from the Vitamin Shop right there. Our man he does all the regulatory stuff. So he handles like what's approved, even the text. So like he'll watch one of the videos to make sure it's good for all of the essentially the claims are appropriate.
Right.
So he does everything from label to the science, everything. So
cool.
So for him to say we're hitting home runs means we're hitting home runs. This is a guy who knows.
Barry Bonds of supplements.
Barry Bonds of supplements. I'll take it. Well, he's an asshole, though, wasn't he? I don't want to be Barry Bonds.
He had a big head.
Who would I want to be for baseball?
Mark McGwire?
Mickey Mantle.
Ooh, Mickey Mantle.
He's probably an asshole too, but that was back in the day before anybody knew anything about anything, right?
There was no social media. So you couldn't be an asshole.
I knew like Babe Ruth was supposed to be an asshole. He was like a drunk.
Yeah, he was a drunk and he ate hot dogs.
Yeah.
You like hot dogs?
I do love hot dogs. So let's talk about Vitamin Shop. That's on the list here. The Vitamin Shop is actually one of the things to talk about. So Vitamin Shop numbers. We're hearing from some of the stores that they're able to see some of the back end numbers, which is pretty crazy because I haven't seen any of these numbers yet. But they're telling me that the numbers are like already going crazy, and the official release hasn't even begun. Yep. But again, it's June 1st. But a lot of the stores have got some of the products early, and now a lot of the stores have gotten all the products by now, or majority of them.
And they're selling.
And they're selling them. They're out, even though they were not like planned to be out. And it's pretty wild how fast stuff is selling. So Brian, you better tell Mark over there and those guys get on the ball, because I have a feeling like things are going to be like too fast.
Tell them it's getting lit.
Yeah, it's getting crazy in there. Yeah. People are buying and rebuying and.
Yeah, we were looking at some stores already, and they already had like one flavor left.
Yeah,
it's like they're sold out.
And I know a lot of the stores that got Emery Light early sold out already. Yeah. So anyway, very pumped to hear all the Vitamin Shop stuff. Our actual campaign and Vitamin Shop's advertising campaign actually just releases on June 1st. So we have a big video. You guys may have seen us doing a celebration video. It's going to be pretty funny. We're going to be blasting that everywhere to our audience, people that are familiar with Redcon One, and also people that are familiar with Vitamin Shop, hopefully to get them in there and buy some stuff.
I did my best fainting on that video.
I can't wait to see it all put together, because, I saw some of the raw video. Yeah, they look like they did a really good job. The dancing and stuff, I can't wait to see too.
Did you do your robot?
No, they didn't ask me, so they didn't ask me. I would have done the robot.
Ooh.
Brian says he just finished reviewing all the training material. Very cool. So the training material actually gets released to all of the in-store guys. So the guys and girls.
To train them on the brand.
Yeah. So they call it the daily dose. And every day they have to like basically review what's new in the store.
Yeah.
And so all of our stuff has gotten approved for the daily dose now. So the first week of June is all about Redcon One, so that the employees know the brand and understand the products. So that's pretty cool.
Daily dose.
Jason said he can't wait for the 2 boxes of bars to arrive. I can't wait, because people are going to freak out when they try the Crunchy Peanut Butter Cup. One other thing, pretty neat. I had my friend Ben Harrell. You may have seen on my Instagram and stuff. My best friend from not from high school, really from pre-kindergarten.
Babiness.
I was 3. My mom said when we met, and he was 2, and we had been best friends and basically inseparable throughout high school until he went away to school. And but at that point, I was already getting in so much trouble. Probably a good idea that he kind of like moved away and stayed away from me. Yeah. And he went on to become a lawyer, a very successful lawyer. He's married another lawyer. Now they live out in California and have 2 sons. She's a lawyer too. Oh my God. And so
arguments must be interesting in that household.
Well, they were talking about one thing about so he recommended me a book called American Kingpin, about the guy who went to prison for creating the Silk Road. Right. And so his case is now coming back up, and he has two life sentences, only 28 years old. And he's in the Colorado Supermax that like the really bad guys, like terrorists and the Unabomber and stuff. Yeah. So apparently like he was like supposedly like a nice guy and like a computer guy, like a dork. And like he made a lot of money doing it. 50 million in Bitcoin he made when Bitcoin's worth nothing.
Jeez.
But anyways, they're talking about it. So now it's coming up. The case is going to come up in front of the Supreme Court, because how they got his information. They used his internet service provider to locate his location. So they're saying there's like legalities, like illegal search and seizure related to that. Like you can't just do that.
Yeah.
So they're this guy and his lawyer are trying to get him out on basically technicality.
Oh my God.
And so they were talking about the 2 points of the case in front of the Supreme Court, like how they would argue it. And I was listening to them. I was like, that was an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
Me and Darielle wouldn't be talking about how we would argue the case in the Supreme Court, right? All right, so that is segment number 1 of the show. Let me remind you on Facebook, hit the share and the like button to automatically be entered for our box of crunchy peanut butter cup bars for free. And you guys on Instagram, hang out, because at the end, we're going to do a guessing game. So how this show works is in segment number 2, I answer the questions that were previously asked. There aren't a lot of them, so I will be coming back to you guys. And you guys, if you're asking any questions over here, I see a few questions on YouTube and also to Facebook. So let me start with the questions, and then we'll get on back to you guys for the live report.
You think people can tell us apart since we're wearing the same shirt?
Well, I have camo too, so I could blend right in. It's quite possible. All right. How big, Ryan Lance wants to know, how big will the building be that you buy for the new Redcon 1?
Huge.
It will be huge. Probably like, a minimum of 40,000 square feet, but I'd probably like to go towards the 60 range.
Yeah.
Not because we need 60,000 square feet,
but because
in
like a year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's the reason. So like realistically, I think we probably really right now could do 30,000 square feet and be totally fun. Yeah. But I don't want to ever have to move again, because the idea is that we're going to buy a place or potentially buy a land and build a building, potentially, because then you can build out whatever you want.
Are we moving to Iowa?
No, you can do it a lot. There's a lot here where you can build a steel building and then build it out inside out however you want it.
Cool.
There's just a lot of possibilities, but the idea is this next place that we go will be permanent. So I don't want to go and get another situation where we're surprised and like, holy shit, here we are again, in trouble and overflowing and having to move again. Yeah, I really don't want to do that. I'm trying to keep everything under one roof. That's the plan.
I would like a corner office.
Well, you're going to get a nice office on the next one, so you're good. RTD products coming for this year, protein or pre. I know Eric Hart is working on some stuff. We will not be doing an energy drink. What does that smell, huh? Smell? You can't smell anything. It smells like
leech. I think Eddie's down there, like,
close the door.
Stuff.
It's gross. So he's working on a project. We will not be doing a fizzy energy drink. So like a carbonated drink, we won't be doing, but an actual pre for a gym. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you saw a Total War RTD or an MRE potentially MRE drink. Next flavor of Emery Bar after Sprinkle Donut, I just showed you guys. It's the double fudge brownie. Yeah. Do you guys plan on creating a wider variety of gym shorts? Yes. Swim trunks, please, Scott says.
Everybody's asking now for fucking, what is it called? Board shorts. Everybody's asking for board shorts.
Who would have ever thought?
We do Redcon Speedos.
Yeah. Would you guys ever use patented ingredients such as kerosene, beta-alanine?
Kerosene,
carnosine. We're not big into the trademarked ingredients, the patented ingredients, because it's just the same thing with a fancier name that you have to pay more money and buy from somebody.
Right.
So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We certainly get hit up by these companies and they've done a great job too. Some of these have done an excellent job, made cool ingredients. But if you use them, I almost feel like they should pay me because I'm advertising. I'm marketing their ingredients. Yeah. So like, I understand like some people, probably a company should pay them to use it because it can help sell their product, but I don't need that. Redcon doesn't need a trademarked, a patented ingredient to sell a product. We could just use normal beta-alanine. So why the hell would we ever use carnosine? It doesn't make sense. Right. Now, that being said, if they came to me and said, hey, we're going to let you use this ingredient for nothing for the same price as the normal beta-alanine, I would absolutely buy it, and that would help them, but that's never happened. So Emery Light and big tubs, definitely a possibility. That's one thing there's a very good chance of that happening. All right. So I told you we had a very short segment. Number 2, this, let me see. Oh, did I get one more question? No. So I'm ready to go to segment number 3, which is the question and answer, the live question and answer. So if you had a question that wasn't answered in the past and you think I'm ignoring you, the reason is simply because
Eduardo is the tan to Aaron lookalike.
There you go.
Right.
You need some glasses.
Yeah.
So please ask the question again, and I will answer it. Let's see.
You might want to put Facebook up on
Yeah, I know, huh? Okay, let me see.
I can.
How do I do that? We didn't even share the on Facebook. Do you know that? We didn't share it anywhere. I wonder, huh?
It's been so long.
Let me pull it up. I don't know. You guys over here in the red cone bikini, of course. Does it keep freezing? I don't think it's freezing for anybody else. I think that that may just be your internet because we're looking like we're doing pretty good over here. Does Redcon have a Canadian distributor? Yes, we do. What are they called? Peak Performance. Peak Performance. I don't know why we haven't made a post about them yet. Remind me to text Matt and ask him what's the story with that. Text Matt.
Yeah, he's going this weekend to Toronto Pro.
Oh, there you go. Made a note to myself.
You gotta click on the video so you can see.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, so you can maybe see it.
Where am I? All right.
There you go.
All right. Dutch apple pie and Marie bar, potentially. Aaron, take a guess at what the new bestseller. Take a guess what the new bestseller
Extreme Nutrition site is. Total War?
Total War, or is it Marie bar? I don't know. Tell me. That's Jason Hook over there in South Africa. Yep. We'll look into those guys and get back to sell some stuff. Gym bags. We need to talk to Craig about gym bags. A lot of people have been asking about gym bags lately. I'll get on that. Yeah. See, we did have some questions on YouTube. Do you only run Redcon One, or do you have other businesses? I have several other businesses. Less all the time though. The real focus is certainly Redcon, and I've learned as I have progressed in business that having a whole bunch of different businesses is, for me anyway, is not a good thing because it just distracts or detracts from whatever it is doing well. So it's like you only have so much energy and brain power and good ideas that if you have half a dozen businesses, it's very difficult to decide who to give that attention to.
People are asking about Aussie Autumn and other products. Aussie Autumn flavor and Breach, Double Tap.
Yeah, well, we could. I mean, we didn't even know that was going to do well. That was kind of like the whole thing was like a surprise because we didn't realize that we had some left, and that then when we went to sell it to Pat and in Spartan up in Australia, we hit him up and said, "Hey, you want this?" He said, "No, Aussie Autumn is done."
Autumn's over.
I was like, "All right," and we put it for sale, and people freaking going crazy for it.
We'll change the Aaron's Autumn.
A bigger Fear No One gym bag. That'll be cool. RC1 belts. I mean, we have belts. Unfortunately, they're sold out right now. I don't know when they'll be back. But I've told Cardillo over there, please bring them. He said they're on their way. So Total War and Breach is the best. Thank you. Total War and Readiness trial winner. Unfortunately, it's going to be Tuesday, tomorrow. Some advice you could give somebody wanting to start a fitness brand business. Can you explain what you mean when you say fitness brand business? What does that mean? You mean supplements? Let's see. Any thoughts on Dynamine? Dynamine is a new one from Compound Solutions. It's like a fast-acting teacrine. I heard that it was pretty good. Eric got some samples, but I honestly don't know a whole lot about it. So, what else we got here? You got any questions over there? Oh, I guess I can look right here, right? I have to like switch back and forth. Sean wants to know about the Emery Bar s'mores. They could come back. They could come out at some point. Yeah. Not immediately though. Obviously, we got the next one already lined up. RC1 belts are worth the money. Hell yeah, they're the highest quality. They're Cardillo belts. Clothing supplements similar to Redcon One. Clothing and supplements similar to Redcon One. Well, I would say there's a few important things. Number one, you need to figure out why your brand would be the choice for somebody. So what makes you different and differentiates you from everybody else? Why would somebody buy your product instead of Redcon One? You have to ask yourself. So like you're going up against some big players. So you need to have something that makes you very different. And then you also have to have, in my opinion, a really strong marketing plan, how you're going to make people aware of what made you different. So those are two things that are very important. And that's the first two things I would figure out before I start dropping any money into anything. It's just coming out with a pre-workout that says, whatever, Super Total War, whatever, any name you want to call it.
Big Bomb.
Morton supplements, whatever. That will not differentiate. You'll be one of a bazillion brands. You go to the Arnold this year or the Olympia coming up in September, you're going to see a whole bunch of brands you don't recognize. And then next year, they'll all be gone.
All gone.
Yeah, so you guys doing any shows in Alberta in the future? No, but we are doing, not that I know of, we are at the Toronto Pro next week. The app says Vet21 is no longer a good code. Make sure we check on that. Thought about doing something like a protein cookie, potentially one day. What's your best supplements? That's a matter of opinion, man. That's a matter of opinion.
Oh shit! It ended the stream.
Why'd you do that?
So I went to go check on the code.
Oh fuck! No, don't put it back. Just forget it down at this point. That sucks for these guys. David Eduardo, you've been terrible with the stream.
I know.
All right, so it's just you guys now here on Instagram.
Well, I got worried that the code is there.
It's the code on the app though.
Oh, you sure?
It says, well, you could check, but the code on the app, check too. Look at both of them. The release date on Mother of All Builders, the release date will be next month. I can't tell you exactly when. That's the new anabolic supplement. Zeke, you're asking. That's Mother of All Builders coming out next month.
Still active on
The app says the vet 25 code is not a valid code. The person saying that. Any news about Total War contest? That'll be tomorrow. We'll announce the winners.
Okay.
Burp. Yes, the app is not working.
Oh, jeez.
Still waiting on new double tap flavors. Me too. We're working on that. The Culture Expo in Arizona. No Culture Expo for us this year in Arizona. See on the on YouTube Live. I guess I can close this one down at this point. Palumbo is now working with you, although he was angry at you before. You kicked his ass, boss. What happened to him? Well, I worked for Dave Palumbo originally. I was actually the editor-in-chief of RX Muscle for a few years. And before that, I traveled the world with Dave working for RX Muscle. So I think I worked for Dave a total of 4 years or so. And, I did all the radio shows with him. I did contest interviews all over the world, from India to New York City and beyond. And we traveled quite a bit together and became good friends. And, it ended poorly, as many things in life, unfortunately. A lot of relationships end poorly. I personally think that Dave was paying me too much money, more than he was comfortable with, because I was bringing in so much advertising revenue, and I was getting a percentage of all the money that would come in, 10%. So, but I was bringing in a lot of money to the point between that and the salary that he was paying me a good bit, well over $100,000 a year. And I think he was just, and there are a lot of people like this, when they pay somebody that kind of money, no matter what, it's difficult for them. For me, obviously, that's not an issue. Eduardo can tell you, and everybody else can tell you that work for me. I want people to do really well, but that's an unusual, it's a very unusual thing in life, and certainly in business. Some of the proudest days that I had as a business owner is when guys that that work for me got a house. Like Eduardo got a new house. Yeah. I had an employee that got a R8 once, an employee that bought a Lamborghini once. And while those are just material things, it was really made me feel really good about them and us together in our business, that they were able to do these things that are like dreams of mine even, and they were able to do while working for me. So very, very different. Anyway, I'm still cool with Palumbo. I had a time that I was very mad at him, but things in my life did so well and went in the right direction. It's very difficult for me to hold on to any kind of resentments. And so he's still doing okay. Everything's good and running RX Muscle. And so now I'm an actual advertiser on RX Muscle. And me and him are totally cool. And I have zero resentments. So, Aaron, you seem to be pretty smart. Thank you. What did you study before? I did not study anything. So I am a high school dropout. I did not complete high school. I got a GED. I did not go to college. I did not get an MBA anywhere. And everything that I have learned has been self-taught. So that's why my little Instagram bio says autodidact, which means literally to be self-taught. And so I've become an expert in some things or some fields, and it's strictly because of my personal interest in what I'm doing and in trying to be the best. So just goes to show you is I'm actually a fan of education. I'm a fan of organized education. I would want my kids to get I would be happy if they got an advanced degree and all this stuff. And I do like organized education. That being said, I don't think that it's all that it's cracked up to be for most people. Like when you talk to most people, what did they get out of college? They got to relax, to party, to hang out, make friends. They don't really they're not like, yeah.
That's what I did.
Hey, you got out of college and it gave you no actual value.
Yeah.
It actually just cost you money. So anyway, we'll be at the LA Fit Expo. Yes, we'll be at the LA Fit Expo. What's up from India? Hey, India, how are you? Let's see. What is the key thing that keeps you motivated and keeps your drive? So for me, motivation and drive is very, very easy to come by. And, I think a lot of that is an internal thing, like an internal drive, an internal need to continue to achieve and meet goals. But I think a lot of it also has come for me from having a family and having kids. I have 3 young sons and a wife I love, and I have to make sure that I take care of them and provide for them. So it's very easy. I look at my motivation in the morning when I wake up, and I put my motivation to bed every night. So it's very easy for me to find motivation to kick ass. And then all the people here now, we have 40 employees, full-time employees here. And so I have to make the right decision. I have to work hard. I have to be here on Memorial Day talking to you guys. I just feel like I have to. So it's not and I enjoy it too. So I don't really have a hard time finding motivation. That being said, people ask me a lot, like, how would I recommend finding motivation? I think that something that's important is to, number one, be around positive influences and good people that are achieving what you want to achieve. They have something that you want or something that you admire, a quality that you admire, and then surround yourself with good information. So like one of the cool things you got these days is on YouTube. Of course, there's always books. And of course, there's always audio books and stuff. But on YouTube, there's so much good information and motivation you could watch. When I eat, I'll watch some of these videos, like a Tony Robbins, or I don't really like him as much these days because I'm tired of him. But Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V, and there's a whole slew of other guys. I like Jordan Peterson and a whole slew of guys that do motivational stuff. Where you could watch that, and I think that it helps. So,
beg your pardon.
Did you get it figured out?
Marriott's fixing the app now.
What was it? It was fucked up, huh?
Yeah. And then there's another leak
on
top of his desk.
Who's
Marriott's desk. It's like there's like a drip.
Onto the computer?
No, it's on his desk.
Thank you very much for the supplements. Awesome, Tom. Thank you. That's the goal. Self-taught, man. Thank you. Canada. We love Canada now. Complete. Campbellton, New Brunswick. I'm going through all these. Is it possible to volunteer for help at the LA Fit Expo booth? Absolutely. If you're a tier operator, make sure you hit up. Yeah, Tim Ferriss is also pretty good. There's actually a lot of guys out there now that whether they're full of shit or not, the stuff that they say is good to remind you. What's that?
It motivates people.
It motivates you. I think it's a good way to, like, I understand. So there's a lot of guys out there that are totally full of shit that haven't really accomplished anything. Their whole thing is just, I motivate people. Yeah. But they've really never accomplished anything. But that doesn't even matter. I try not to focus on that. I just try to take the good ideas and the good feelings, The American Panda says, thanks for being one of the most badass bosses out there. Hell yeah. Thank you.
He's kind of nice.
Who's nice?
Yeah.
Me? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wondering also about a job. So a few people asked here about working for Radcon One or a job. The first thing you could do is go to tieroperator.com and become one of our extended family as a tier operator. Number two, if we actually were in need of position, which we're not as of right now this minute, you would email Eduardo over here, eduardo@radcon1.com. You can always email a resume, even though we don't need anybody at this moment, because it's good to get in there for consideration. We've had many people that we've hired that have had to check in quite a bit to end up getting the job,
Who's this?
Like, is he really going to have a conversation next to me talking about? Anyway.
Oh.
It was like
I thought it was Marriott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
I heard a woman
bank people. They're trying to get us to donate.
We need to go donate. Oh. We really need to. We're really behind. All right, guys. I'm going to tune out. I appreciate everybody watching this readiness report. I know this was unexpected, a little abbreviated, but that means we have the game to play. So if you guys know the game, some of you probably already know. Oh, Brian here says, have an advanced degree in nutrition. You learn zero about supplements. We're all self-taught. Aaron and Eric know their stuff. That's cool. Thank you. And he listened to the new Silky Science radio show, which is out on iTunes and also on SoundCloud. If you haven't heard it yet, please check out the show with me and Eric actually talking about
already guessing numbers.
The supplements. Yeah. Oh, shit. I got to write one down. Let's do. All right. I have the number down right here. Whoever guesses the number first, I put it down on the pad. Whoever number I see first wins the free box of the Crunchy Peanut Butter Cup bars. I have it right here on the pad. And whoever gets it first. Now, keep in mind, it's the number that I see. So I know sometimes people get upset because like, I type that in. I don't see it. It doesn't matter. because we don't actually, when they're coming so fast, some of them don't get actually uploaded. So that's the reason being. Like, you don't actually see every single one, especially if somebody is typing in a number, you know. One other tip for you guys is I would watch the numbers that are being used, because I always see these guys doing the same number as the guy before them or recently. I personally would think my guess is out. Oh,
there it is.
Chris Knupp.
Knupp.
94 or 94. How do you want him to send it to you? To DM the Redcon one?
DM or email me?
Email Eduardo@redcon1.com. Actually, you know what? Don't email Dup. What is it? Knupp. Don't email. DM the Redcon IG right now with your address, and we are going to send it out right away. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We truly appreciate it. We'll be back next Saturday.
Next Saturday we'll be in Houston.
Yeah, so we should do it there, right?
You do it with your mom. She loves.
She would love to. Oh my God, she would love to do it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday, and I will see you guys later.
God bless.
God bless. Have a great Memorial Day. Boom. Okay, YouTube. Thank you guys for watching YouTube. We usually don't do it over here, but this was fun, and we got a bunch of people at the end, so we'll do it more often. Hope you guys have a great day.